Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Hearthstone Tavern Brawl, a dark recipe. Care for a taste of the old god's power? Pick a class and we'll give you a taste of the old god's recipe for a class to do battle. Did the paladin last time, had mixed results. We got beat by a mage, won against a paladin. I think I'm gonna go warlock. There's lots of interesting things that could go on with the warlock here. And let's see what that class is about. The mage, basically about putting out minions that buff them spells and using spells. Until you get Diog's run. We didn't last that long on our paladin, sorry to say. But we did really good in the first battle against another paladin. So look and see what some other classes do. Taking a little while longer to find an opponent here. It's still going. Life Tap's one of my favorite hero powers, just the ability to give up 2 health to draw a card. Really helpful in pinch, but also it comes with some cost to it. Another mage, Golden Portrait Mage is that, not too keen on the matchup, don't know what we're going to be doing yet. Definitely getting rid of the Sea Giant though to start out with. The Imp Gang boss is okay, and Councilman could be alright. I'll summon a 1/1 Shadow Beast. Possessed Villager's not too bad to start out with. With the Mage, though, we're going to be contending with a lot of spells. Hopefully be able to counter those with some of these minions. Imp Gang boss is pretty okay. Bronzebeard is alright. Bolster your armies with the insurmountable minions of the old gods. Swamp the board with smaller minions to overwhelm the opponent. So it's basically a form of Zoolock here, I'm guessing. Missed the board a little bit. It's not great. Yeah, no. Spells to awaken Yogg-Saron. See if we can fight the mage. Maybe they just drew pretty well and our deck wasn't too great. I did have some misplays there, I'll admit that, so not too great. Arcane Missiles. Alright, so we take all 3 to the face, which is not too bad. Voidwalker. I'd rather do a Voidwalker than use the Life Tap. Keep our minion, and the Death Rattle hasn't been procced yet, so his turn 1 basically did 3 damage. It's not a bad one. You could kill off the villager right now, but that's not a great value. I don't necessarily want to trade into this, but it's probably for the best not to allow him to cast some early spells. We get 2 minions on the board, Imp Gang boss can multiply. Want to get the Councilman out this turn before he starts doing some damage to the Gang boss. It's going to be okay. It's not great. Give minion +2 attack this turn. It's good on the gang boss just to get the spell slinger out. Gives us an imp. Unfortunately, we're only going to be able to summon 1 imp. But the councilman does get buffed up pretty well in 1 turn, 5/3. He's not too bad. Board full of small minions, kind of what it said we were going to be like. However, Fireball is disappointing, but it does get rid of 1 thing. Knife Juggler's not too horrible. But we don't have anything to go with it. I think putting out a weapon would be okay. Brand Bronzebeard just to get the effect of the Battle Cry bonus early on. Just nuke him down a bit. Use Bran and then, or to use the Defender of Argus and Knife Juggler. I'm hoping we get an extra +1/+1 from the Defender of Argus and we can give the Imp 3 health instead of just 1. Instead of just buffing it up to 2. That's actually pretty bad for us to be fighting against. Yeah, it's Defender of Argus there. Battle Cry does trigger twice on him. Should have used the Knife Juggler first, that was a bad mistake. Is there anything better that we can trade? Yeah, trade this instead of Bran Bronzebeard, or else let's leave the Imp up, use it. I don't want to get rid of Bran actually, now that I think of it. Let's let him trade into our taunt and just hit his face. keep the battle cry effect. Next we have the Tide Hunter. Not the most effective, but with the Knife Juggler and maybe something else we draw, we could do a lot better against it. Hoping to make him trade. I could have kept one of the minions out and been a lot smarter. A couple of misplays last turn. I'm hesitant to say we have the advantage, as I don't know what kind of spells he has. One Flame Burst or whatnot could just completely destroy our board here. Alternatively, we could draw something that could win the game for us in the next turn if he doesn't do anything. Too hasty. Sorcerer's Apprentice. Okay, he doesn't have anything to clear off the board, but he's got something else here. Solemn Vigil, draw 2 cards, cost 1 less for each minion that died this turn. Oh, that's actually pretty good for him. He's gonna bring out some potentially big minions. Never mind, Loot Hoarder. Arcane Missile, alright, so didn't kill off any of our minions, which is what we wanted. It's not too bad of a synergy here. Get 3 knives out. Hopefully it kills off one of his minions. Got a 1/1 with taunt. Does kill that off. We do. Okay, so it was a battle cry, so it worked twice. That's good. And we got a lot of worth out of the 2 Knife Jugglers. We got enough HP where I'm confident in using a life tap here. Sea Giant would be great if we didn't have a full board. So that had a lot more effect than I thought it would. I thought he had a death rattle instead of a battle cry, so that's good. That's not good. So he's gonna kill that off. If we can kill these 2, we can't win yet. And we're in a pretty bad position. He does leave Brawn up with only 1 effect. Spend all your mana to summon 1/1 Tentacles. If we do this, I think we life tap first, because it's no worth filling the board, give minion +2 attack this turn. And that wins the game for us, so we end up winning thanks to... I didn't even expect to get that guy on the deck that we had. So we get the first match as a win against the Mage. Nice little bit of revenge against the first loss we had against one. And we'll go in for the second match as a Warlock. Hopefully carry over some of that success. Really liking that this is just a basically pretty good deck. It's in all essence, a modified Zoolock for the Tavern Brawl. I like playing Warlock, though I've never really been able to be good because I refuse to really play the bit top net decks. I'll keep this. Keep this start here against a priest. I don't know what the priest's effect is. It's probably something to do with healing, if I were to guess. Maybe shadow magic, actually. Some soul gods. Interested in Voidwalker here. Also, Abusive Sergeant can be pretty good to get the Voidwalker to clear off some minions. If he summons something like the... whatever it is. Heal your minions to keep them alive long enough to see the rise of Cthulhu. Okay. It's a Cthulhu priest, that's interesting to see. North Shore Cleric, we can kill that off thanks to Abusive Sarge and Voidwalker without much cost to us. He doesn't have it, which is kind of unfortunate, so I'm going to use Life Tap instead. Imp's okay to have. It does some damage to us, it's a decent minion early on. Means we can have some... Ooh, I don't want to have that out with Brand Bronzebeard now I think of it. Is it worth trying to take off Beckoner of Evil after you summon a minion gain +1 attack? I want to save that. I don't want to use Brawn yet. I think we actually bring this out. Just to have it on the board. It's behind a taunt. If we can use things like Forbidden Shadows with it, or else just Brand Bronzebeard and then Abusive Sergeant on the Voidwalker next turn. That gives us a really nice ability to clear off the board. It's going to allow him to kill off our Voidwalker, which isn't great. coin. Hopefully not kill off our Darkshire Councilman. Okay, he's gonna buff the health of the panda. Alright, let's start doing some work on the board here. That's a good battle cry. I don't want to use it yet. Do we buff him up a lot, or do we use a Brun to make him a really big minion for one turn? I think we do this. Get the Brand Bronzebeard, and then we give him bonus attack. Bring him up to 7 health. We just hit him. And we leave him to do what he wants with our 3-5 and our Bran and whatnot. He could trade to kill off Brand Bronzebeard and keep us from doing more battle cries. I actually wouldn't mind that, taking some minions off his side of the board. And leaving the Councilman up. Defender of Argus would be pretty great if he doesn't kill off Bran, which he's gonna do. Unsurprisingly, but still Defender of Argus will be pretty good. We want to kill off Twilight Elder, shouldn't be too hard, in all honesty. We could just give him 8 attack if we wanted to. I think Defender of Argus and... oh no, we can't do and Dark Peddler. It'd be Defender of Argus, then Flame It. Does some damage to us, but all the same, kill that off. Keep him from buffing Cthulhu up too much more. He can't kill the Darkshire Councilman yet. And next turn we can do a ton of damage to him. Would love to still have Bran out for the Defender of Argus and whatnot, but it would also cost us some Flame In plays. Shadow of Death coming out on the Councilman actually is not bad. It's not a bad target for Shadow of Death against us. And yeah, this is going to be a turn that'll lose him a lot of momentum, considering the fact that we have a pretty nice chance to keep going with our own momentum here. Use that. Get the Dark Peddler out. Discover, do we want the 0-4? I don't think so. I think we want Corruption to take out any big minions he can bring out, such as Cthulhu. If we get to that point, hopefully we don't. We do have... do we have lethal? No, we don't have lethal damage yet, but we do with some of the buffs that we have. If he tries to go all out offensive, got some board presence back, we can potentially kill him.
Is someone injured?
Northshire Cleric. Okay, so we won't be able to kill him. He's actually going to get some pretty good synergy here. Except for that's only minions, so it doesn't really help him. That's good. I think we bring the Councilman out.
Deal.
Then we trade heavily to clear off his board. And we give the Councilman a big buff with a bunch of tentacles. Bring him up to a 5-5 and get a bunch of 1-1s on the board. If he's got a Holy Nova, it kills off all the 1-1s, and I think maybe the 2-2 because I think it does 2 damage. But all the same, we've got probably clear off our board if it does 2 damage, except for the 5-5. But we can buff it up pretty well. That's not great. A pair of 4-6s with taunt. We can clear them though. Put down a roadblock. We can take out decently easy. Do we just corrupt one of them? Oh, we're too full on the board. We can kill off one pretty easily here. Do 2 attacks to the imp, that'll kill one. Then we use these guys all to kill off the other. We keep board control, we keep our Councilman. We can life tap. I think I'm going to life tap, and I think I'm going to use this too to give that guy 2 more attack. Deal 8 damage, brings it down to 8 health. We've got a taunt on the board. We've got more board presence than he does. We've got a way to buff up. We've got a way to clear the board. Pretty good position here. If your Cthulhu has at least 10 or store 10 health to your hero, that's not great. 5-6, he could kill off our Councilman. He's also back up to pretty good health, and we potentially could lose some momentum from this. If you have 6 other minions gain 4-4, well, we can't get up to 6 minions, at the moment, unless we life tap and get really lucky. Sea Giant, I'd consider that really lucky, but not the luck that we need at the start of your turn. Destroy enemy minion. Go ahead and corrupt him. That way all he can do is attack the taunt, and then hopefully that's all he can do. It's not even worth putting that out unless we have 6 minions. Make it a 5/5 instead of a weaker thing. With the Sea Giant, we're in a pretty good position here, unless he... Oh, he can't summon Cthulhu, especially with the Soul Priest. Does that keep him from healing himself? Your card is power door, now deal damage instead. It's a little bit bad, but he's got to have something else to combo with it, unless... Or else he's gonna die. Oh wait, he can kill that, so it's pretty decent. Keeps him alive one more turn, maybe. If we don't get some good stuff from this.
I have big plans.
I really want to kill off that minion. I don't want to waste this, but I'd rather have just a lot of presence on the board and be able to do some damage here. Kills off the Soul Priest. We have still got some board presence. Holy Nova doesn't kill the 4/4. If he doesn't have Cthulhu, we probably win, but he has Cthulhu, so it's a bit of a question mark. And yeah, he clears the board. Okay. We need a way to deal some damage here. Imp Gang Boss would have been great before Cthulhu. Play that. We don't play the card that'll kill us here. The last thing we want to do is play the card that'll allow him to kill us. I was hoping for something that would deal damage to him directly. Well, he only had 2 health. Restores 5 health, that's not good. Probably goes face for us. You know, with his board presence, I think he just outlasted us enough time for us to not be able to kill him. Maybe we should have kept those cards in our hand, but if we would have, we probably still would have lost anyway. One last ditch effort and nothing comes out of it. So again, we go 1 for 1 here. 1 win and then a loss, this time against a Priest. I really like Priest decks and kind of interested in seeing how we can do with one ourselves. Until next time though, thank you all for watching and hope to see you all again next time.